Hi, I'm John Burgman, contributor for Climbing Magazine and Climbing Business Journal. And we have a special edition of Plastic Weekly today. We're on site at the Salt Lake City World Cups, and I'm here with Pete Woods, the commentator. Pete, how you doing?
I'm doing excellent, thank you. I'm happy that the sun is out. I'm warming up from yesterday.
Great. Yeah. Well, we have something really special here. You're going to give us a tour of the facility. I'm excited to see it.
Yeah, let's go have a look. Salt Lake City A is beautiful. The mountains are making such a sweet backdrop back here. And this park's right in the heart of it. We're only a couple blocks from the core of Salt Lake City proper. The convention center's up there, and it's a really good spot to have a comp. So let's go have a look.
Yeah, it's downtown. Pioneer Park is the official name, and there are hotels kind of surrounding it.
Kind of everywhere. My hotel is right there. It could not be more convenient.
Food trucks all around. Thanks, guys. Thank you.
And this will get you everywhere.
This will get you everywhere.
Yeah, wristbands are great, but this little logo here at the top. Last year in Salt Lake, I didn't have a media pass, but I just walked in and pointed in my shirt every time, and they were like, no, please.
It makes you official.
Yeah, it makes you official.
Yeah.
You're like, you can go more places because they don't restrict you. Like media can't go some places, and judges can't go some places, and coaches can't. But I just move in the shadows. It's kind of great.
You've got the in, because without you, there's no commentary.
There's no show, and people sort of intrinsically seem to realize that although you don't have an official capacity, like out in the wild, you're like, we kind of got to let this guy go over. And people sort of like, am I allowed to let this guy in? And someone's like, yeah, let him in.
You're good. You're good.
So this is it here. Last year, the tent was quite a bit smaller, and sun kind of came through. But this is the setup here. The wall is steeper in the middle than it was last year. But this is kind of wide open space, DJ, speed wall.
Yeah, what's really cool is for people that have maybe never been to a competition in person, if there are dual disciplines, bouldering and speed, in this case, they're right next to each other. You got the speed wall, and then a stone's throw away, the bouldering walls.
Yeah.
And the crowd can actually get pretty close to the action, pretty close to the competitors, which is really neat.
Yeah, and I think, I'm not sure what the process is for VIP, but some people can kind of get beyond the first barrier. Definitely tomorrow, you're buying tickets to come in, so semis and finals, people kind of spread around. But yeah, the seats are up front where all the competitors have room to come in after they've climbed. And that's where we usually track people down for interviews. They tend to hang out in there. Give them a little bit of time to detune from their round, and then when we try and catch them, it's right after that.
And it's a pretty good turnout right now. This is qualification round. It's kind of, we're sort of in the middle of qualification, but there's already a sizable number of people here, which is cool. Really good to see.
Yeah, it's great how many people come and watch the qualifiers, and it'll build up. I think first thing in the morning, not a lot of people are coming out at 9 a.m. They'll come out now that the sun's out. I'm pretty sure we'll see quite a bit more for the women's qualification this afternoon.
Yeah.
Let's go have a look around the sides here. We'll probably, we won't hop over anything. We'll go around this gate, quote unquote gate.
Right.
They do a pretty good job here of setting up. They had a huge crew of people come out and do all of the setup for tables and barriers and getting all the media and that kind of stuff set up. I'll show you the non-glamorous side of my job, which is
all right. We want to see it.
The broadcast booth is maybe not where you think it would be, and maybe not as exciting as you think it would be. We're way down around here. Behind some stuff and under some stuff, and this is essentially the magic here, is our little table in the corner.
Wow, this is where the sauce is made.
Yeah, and then this is worth seeing because people, this is the size of, that's what we're looking at. So you kind of think it's the best seat in the house, while at the same time being, an 8x12 monitor for almost the whole time.
So I think this is something that I think a lot of people that watch the live stream and listen to the commentary always wonder, are you watching a monitor or are you watching the action on the wall?
We are glued to the monitor. We are down here like this. Laptops open, notes open, phones out on the table, live scoring. But you have a little peek every now and then because you want to get the atmosphere and you want to see kind of if anything is exciting, is someone talking to a judge that's not on camera. So during semifinals, you're paying attention because you want to see the mood, but during finals, for sure, we are locked into that. I mean, last year they put the backdrop for the kiss and cry in front of our desk. So
Okay.
we watched the whole comp while staring at the back of a screen. So it's we did
A little more wide open this year.
A little bit more wide open this year, but we did speed from in here last night, and there was a tarp hanging in front of the wall. So we were alone in this space commentating for speed. No one knew we were here, and no one ever does. And that's sort of the idea. You want to be you want to complement the show, but you don't have to be like, you know, waving to the crowd.
That's right. They always say, you know, if somebody really notices you as the commentator, it's not necessarily the best
It's
thing.
not
I
the
mean,
best
I don't
thing.
want to, you know, diminish what you do. I don't mean it in that way. But I think I understand what the sentiment of that saying. Right?
It wouldn't be bad to make a photo reel every now and then, but usually it's in the background.
There you go.
You find a picture of you with some climbers, and you're like, oh, you tag yourself in the back. You're like, that's
right
me,
there,
right back
right
there. And we'll roll back into the production spot. So this, judges and coaches kind of get this space, the first two skinny little rows, and then it's athletes and VIP after that. So this, all the iPads up on their tripods. The coaches are the most active part.
Great.
All right, and then we'll stroll around into the forgotten area.
Yeah. So this is kind of the backstage, I
Yeah.
suppose.
And so we get link up trucks. And then this is where all the route setters keep all their stuff as well. So boxes, these are, I mean, crack a lid. Finals are in those boxes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the competitors would come from a shuttle,
Yeah.
and then they would be
And then they come in here.
come in here.
And they have a little warm-up area back there. But yeah, they're off campus for the start.
Yeah, and then they go
come
into
in.
there for a more private isolation
Yeah.
area, or a more, I guess you would say, like less populated isolation area.
Yeah,
or
you just
something
wouldn't
like
be able to fit 100 athletes,
Right.
you know, here. So you got to give them space to warm up, and then they're in here and in the back. They were saying this morning it was cold this morning. I was talking to Colin Duffy, and he was like, "It's in the shade. Ice was cold. The holds were cold. Those holds have never seen sunshine. So
Wow.
everything is like these factors are all parts of the puzzle." And then this is it. I mean, this is the actions and the brains of the whole thing. And let's go inside.
Oh yeah, great.
Morning, everybody. This is it. This is where all of the live goes on. This is where all the editing goes on. And it's a small space, and there's a lot of cables and a lot of shiny things and a few smart people.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
This is where it happens.
I don't think
This
we're allowed
is
to.
the brain of. No, that was not.
The
Yeah,
brain-
that's
the-
what I said.
yeah,
That's what I said. Yeah, you're the brains. This is the
This
brains
is
of the whole thing.
Yeah, that's right.
This is it.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Looks like a pretty complex job. So.
Yeah, and it's done with like, you know, a small crew.
Yeah.
It's not like there's 20 people back here like looking at replays.
It's impressive. Okay.
And it all has to be mobile, of course,
Yeah.
because you know you got to pack up and go to the next city. And
Yeah, and I love that windows are open, right? Cables coming in. You usually want it to be cooler back here, but last night this is the huddle spot.
Yeah,
it's like, oh, it's warm.
sure.
It's warm back here, but yeah, I'm always impressed with the speed with which everything happens here. Like we're cutting together the highlights from the round, you know, and it's ready to go 40 minutes after that round is done. So we're in here last night, typing up copy for the highlight show and
yeah,
watching the editing get done. So yeah,
That's
it
great.
all happens in here.
Who does what?
Antonin's been doing the filming, so he's filming interviews and stuff, and then Arnaud is like the production, he's the mind, and then Damien's not here right now, he's coordinating, but they're all, and that's it, back here.
That's great.
Wow. Thanks guys.
Thanks for the
See you later.
access.
You're welcome.
And then we kind of, we interview people sort of out anywhere we can. Sometimes there's a little backdrop, you see it's not as glamorous as you would imagine, you know, it's just stuff.
So let me ask you, obviously at the end of the competitions you want to interview the winners, of course, but in between the rounds, how do you choose who to interview? What goes into that decision process?
It's a little bit of guesswork,
Sure.
and a little bit of who have we not seen on camera, who do we want to see. So the opposite of what you might think happens. So we decide who to interview before they climb because we want extra footage. So we want to be able to cut through not footage from the feed, but footage from Antonin with his camera, getting on boulders, in between, behind the scenes, following them around, so he can cut together some stuff to layer over the interview. Otherwise, we're stuck pulling off of the stream and then might not be on. So we look for someone we know, a couple people we know in an interview, we get extra footage of them, and then we go find them. So we had footage of Colin Duffy this morning, but now he's out of semis.
Yeah,
so whether they'd show to run it, he's still interesting. He's one of the young guns.
Sure.
They'll probably run it anyway tomorrow. And then we were trying to find we had lots of footage of Mejdi,
Yep.
and he was gone. So we're hoping he comes back to watch the women climb this afternoon, and we'll pull him aside, talk to him about his route.
What is the over/under on whether or not Mejdi is going to smash a chalk bag again this year in Salt Lake City?
It's got to be like 1.
Yeah.
Like I feel that he's gonna do it.
I want to see it.
Yeah, I want to see it too.
We should. I wish we could like slip him a note saying like,
Be
hey,
like,
if you want to.
We want to spike. We want to see if we can get a little more hype from last
Yeah.
time. But yeah, he's an energetic, exciting climber.
Yeah,
and I think
he's awesome.
you want to try and find themes. So I think we want to talk to some of the younger climbers. You know, this is the next generation coming through. So
Yeah,
this
for
is
sure.
this is what we're hunting for, and we're
Great.
just if it's exciting, we try and catch it.
Great. Well, let's continue the tour
Yeah.
here. We'll go around.
Back at speed wall, it might surprise you to know that that's how speed climbers warm up.
On this little
Yeah.
little wall here.
Yeah.
That's and it's interesting. It's not even speed holds.
No.
Right? Like
Yeah,
it's-
you would
it's
think
just-
they would do that, but they do a lot of like just really very dramatic. Like it's kind of a violent warm up. So they'll like dyno up past the top of that wall and come back down again. They'll kind of grab it and like pull, like just try and get those fast twitch muscles going as soon as possible. Tons of jumping jacks, but they just mill around here and then they line up and then it's go time. But yeah, I was surprised the first time I saw that. I was like, is that? And they just want to
That's
get their
really
muscles
something.
swinging. Yeah.
Wow. So let's pretend like we are elite world-class speed climbers, which I will never even. So let's pretend.
I've never even considered it. I've never even considered it.
Suspend significant disbelief
Yep.
here. So we come out, we warm up, lead the way. Where would we go if we
We
were?
go
if we were speed
here,
climbers
and we're going to go through this gap. There'll be one of the judges will stand here with their hand out.
Okay.
And you get into the side which lane you're going to be in. So we'll call you the favorite.
Okay.
So the favorite is in lane A. Favorite. And then the other's in lane B. So we would wait here.
Okay.
Well, with an official with their arm here. And what you see a lot is that people waiting here, when the climbers come around who are in front of them, and they say get their mark, they'll close their eyes and mime that start position and get their timing down for the buzzers. Because
Okay.
it's the same every time,
Yep.
but they're like boom, boom. One of the officials is there with his hand out, and they want to wait till the climbers are down and unclipped, and then they call us out, and you go to A and I go to B.
Okay.
So we go across. First thing we do, you stand in your square, and then you have your, belayers is a strong word, but the person holding the end of the
Right.
of the auto belay. You get, first you get to come and you move your pad.
Okay.
So pads first, so you get your start position. It's
Yep.
a lot higher than you think it is.
Yeah.
I'm not excessively short, and that's a long way. And now you think that you need to crouch in to get a little bit of a warm up. So I'm a 5'9", and this is far away.
Yeah, I mean, to give people an idea, like I'm 5'10", and this is, I mean, that's full extension,
Yeah.
So it's you're right, it's higher than you think.
Higher than you think. I mean, you see a lot of climbers start this way, a lot start here, and then a lot of the taller, more powerful climbers are up here. You don't see a lot of this because of the cross is so far. But you get to put your foot pad where you want it, your timing pad, and then once you're happy with that, you come back over, and then we get clipped in.
Yep.
And then we just wait. We get told, take your marks. We go take our marks. And then all you hear is ready, and then it's the beeps. And you see them look at the light. That's why you see that sort of track what they're looking for, that light, and then just for the record, the first move is really, really far away.
Yeah, I was going to ask if you would demonstrate it first.
I don't want to miss it.
Right, sure.
I don't want to miss it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. We'll
And
keep
then,
it-
and then when you're done,
Yeah.
you come down, boom, either wave or
yeah.
abject
Either really happy or
disappointment.
really sad.
Yeah, and you wait for someone to unclip. You just know you can't hide.
Right.
You got to get unclipped.
Yep.
And then we exit back this way and go around for your next loop.
That's it.
Yeah, into the glamorous garbage, scaffolding, everything.
Yeah. And so to just kind of get people reoriented here, this is the speed wall, and so the bouldering wall that we just went around the back of is right here, and we're kind of back to the front of the stage.
Yeah, and they're, this is access from both sides for judges and climbers. They come out of isolation at the back, so all the athletes, when they finish, they come out round this way, and they tend to funnel in there and go sit with their coaches or cheer on, debrief, that kind of thing, and then you see them milling around sort of wherever they want to go. And this is, you see, like, everybody's talking about the boulders they just came off of, so
Yeah,
the camaraderie is great.
that's
Hey.
what's really cool.
How we doing?
Good, you?
The competitors, when they're done with their round, they just mill around in the crowd, and which is awesome. You don't see that in other sports.
Yeah, they're not sequestered by any means, and obviously everyone's got a personality. Some people want to be in their own space, but for the most part, once you sort of either shed a little bit of you, if you don't think you made it through, like everyone, you see a lot of heads down on phones, and they're not like scrolling social media. They have the World Cup app open, and it is on auto refresh. Anybody that's on the bubble is just refresh. Am I getting in? Am I
To
getting
see
in?
how
Am I
the other
getting
people
in?
are doing,
Yeah,
and to
as
see
they
where
catch
it's-
up to you, and they just watch yourself either bump up or stay up at the top. So
Yeah.
it's pretty constant to see people sitting down, especially if they know they didn't have the best round, and they're just like
Yeah, checking.
checking. What's going to happen next? But this is pretty much it, man.
This is
Yeah.
fantastic. I'm really appreciative of the, like we said, the VIP tour here. I know that people watching are going to really be stoked to see how it all happens. There's a lot of mystery surrounding it when
Yeah.
all we see is you on the live stream talking. So I know you got stuff to do. So I really appreciate this, Pete.
Yeah, of course, man. Happy to do it. Good time,
Nice.
and
Yeah, this is
you know,
great.
some of the glamour gets a little. It's just I always love seeing the cameras are always there, and then the rest is just backpacks. There's a phone table over here because the athletes can't have their phones.
They can't have the phone.
So
That's
there's
right.
a box full of phones over there with names written on the back. Like, it's great.
That's
it's
great.
all like it's a lot happens.
Yeah,
It's not on the wall at a comp. So
that's
good times.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Really appreciate it.
Of course, man. Happy to do it.